Welcome to Policy on Demand's Week in Review. I'm Dave Camp.
What would you tell clients are your takeaways from this week?
A key takeaway for this week is that there continues to be agitation in the Republican conference, driven by conservatives unhappy with the Fiscal Responsibility Act that addressed the debt limit. This manifested itself in a number of Republicans voting against a rule which procedurally allows legislation to be considered by the House of Representatives. This has not happened for 20 years, as the majority party is expected to vote for and pass procedural matters allowing legislation to be considered. While this particular impasse involves just a few Republicans, it remains to be seen if this will be a larger replay of the dynamics between Republicans that have caused difficulties in governing and for the speakerships of John Boehner and Paul Ryan.
Which question related to policy did you get asked the most, and how did you respond?
I was asked most this week about the timing and possible makeup of the economic growth package the Ways and Means Committee is likely to consider in the near term. There were also questions about the House of Representatives adjourning early this week.
Where should companies focus their attention in the coming week?
Companies should focus their attention on the economic growth legislation that lawmakers are expected to introduce and consider in the House Ways and Means Committee. The bill may address several expired business tax provisions, such as limitation on interest deduction, the amortization of R&D, and bonus depreciation. The bill might also include tax relief for individuals, such as the child tax credit. There could be an increase in the 1099-K reporting threshold as well. And just this week, the chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, Jason Smith, endorsed legislation that would increase the standard deduction, renamed the guaranteed deduction, for 2 years for incomes under $400,000. Also a possibility is whether the legislation will repeal some green energy tax credits contained in the Inflation Reduction Act. While the effort isn't likely to become law, it will establish a framework for negotiations expected to take place later this year, as well as when the individual provisions of the TCJA expire in 2025.